So it has been one heck of a week. How's that for starting a video? So today is Friday, and let me just say this has been one of the hardest weeks on eBay, but it is Friday. We got through it. I don't know what is up with eBay. My sales are better. I have been consistently listing probably like 10 to 15 every day amongst all of the other craziness. But let me say the buyers have just been wanting returns. They've been complaining. I even had one buyer curse at me. It was like, what? But eBay, thank goodness, did step in and they took care of it. And I have to give a shout out to eBay. You know, a lot of us have glitches and different things on our site that can be very frustrating. But this time I did call eBay because I had a buyer who wanted to return an item because it didn't fit. Now, I'm a no return seller due to fit, and once I nicely explain that to the person, that I give full measurements and that I'm a no return seller, they then opened a false INAD case. So if you don't know what that is, it's an item not as described, and buyers are catching on that if they open a case that way, they almost always win. But I did call eBay and say, hey, could you take a look at this for me? This buyer clearly said in their messages that the item doesn't fit, and when I explained to them I was a no return seller, they went ahead and opened a false INAD, and within a very short amount of time eBay did take care of it. So full disclaimer, they did refund the buyer. The buyer is keeping the item, but they also refunded me and they absorbed the cost. I don't know that that's kind of like a bad practice because they're teaching the buyers that they can get away with it, but I was made whole. So very happy with the outcome of that. Thank you, eBay. I appreciate it so much. And it doesn't always turn out that way, but today it made it good, and it was on a Friday after a long week. All right, we are thrifting at Shillington today. Disclaimer, again, I found very little at Shillington. I think all you guys are out there shopping with me, and you got there before I did, which I never mind. I love that everyone is shopping. All right, all of that chatty. And then this evening I am out for girls' night with a couple of my friends to a restaurant. So very happy to be doing that after a long week. Love you guys. Hit the like and subscribe button and get ready for Shillington thrift with me and see if you could find anything on the shelves. Leave a comment down below if you think I should have picked up something, and then a small clothing haul. All right, guys, hit the like and subscribe button and go out and get what's yours. All right, so we are at Shillington Goodwill. This is the big Goodwill that I bring you guys to. Let's go inside and see what we can find to flip for a profit. So we are starting on the green aisle because I want to look at this little plant. I've been on the hunt for some plants for a bookcase in my house that I just did over. But I noticed that the little spirally tendril thing did not have its fuzz, so I leave that behind and go right on to this fruited decal dish. Gold trim, kind of pretty, but really wasn't into it that much. Piece of art pottery, and I guess I'm in the way of one of the Goodwill workers sweeping the floor. Sorry about that. So here I'm just scanning. Sometimes I stand back to see what there is, and oops, I'm in the way again. What is going on? All right, let's get serious and take a look at these shelves. I did miss looking at that little green frog. So many times when I'm thrifting and I'm filming, I miss so many things, and you guys are on it to tell me like what I've missed. But this little Department 56 snow baby catches my attention. Now here I'll insert screenshots because most of these don't bring money. I find the ones that do bring money are the ones that have color in them. So I'll put screenshots of that in also. Very heavy stoneware home and garden picture. I kind of don't know where home and garden is sold. I still do look at a lot of glassware. I don't know why, because I really have grown to hate shipping glass. $3.99 for this pretty smoky swirly vase. That's from Threshold Target. Even though most times I have no thought of picking up glassware like this, I want to learn as much as I can. And part of that learning is just looking at everything, which is part of fun of the job. Okay, the elusive glassy baby, One day we're hoping to find it, and this is not it. So Glassy Baby, like I've explained so many times before, are glass votive candle holders that bring a lot of money. I believe most of them are signed. Here is a melted wine bottle. That really became a thing for a while to use as a spoon rest. I don't see many companies still selling them. And we are on to a metal napkin holder. I forgot to run a comp on that. I can't imagine that is worth too much money. Okay, this piece was very poorly painted, but of course I have to give it the tap test to make sure that it's a ceramic, and it is. I don't know what else it would be made from. Another student piece, and Jamie made this. Even though a lot of these pieces are a little bit crude, I love to see that people are into the arts. And we are looking at the yellow end cap, and I noticed this octagonal ceiling fixture. Pretty sure this is from the 70s, but it could be up until the 90s. $4.99. And I've heard that people use the glass shade for different crafts, like terrariums, different projects. So I'm thinking about that and turn the corner and spot two more. Now I think somebody has either bought a house and taken down all of these lights because they seem like they might have been installed. And I'm going to look them up and include screenshots for those ceiling lights. Now, even though those are glass, if that brought the money, I would have picked up all three. Teacup and saucer with gold trim, kind of pretty. I would have liked that better in a white porcelain china with the gold. Lots of dishes, lots of ceramics. I'm always looking for the items that are non-breakable, that bring a lot of money. Besides clothing, I don't find too many pieces like that. Most things that do bring very good money for me are either art or some sort of breakable. I wasn't sure what this is. At first I thought it was a fairy light, and then I thought it was like a little cup for a bedside. I still don't know what that was. I liked the pattern on this. I think this was Portugal. And we are on to a yellowware bowl. Now the striping did have a defect. I think I would have taken it if it did not have a chip. So I think the chip probably hurts it maybe more. I don't know, maybe the irregularity in the painting of the stripe would hurt it also. So double whammy, this goes back on the shelf. We are onto the brown aisle. Okay, these were very, very large candlesticks. And at first I thought, okay, I could spray paint these. Do you love that thought? With how crazy busy I am, I'm still considering painting projects. I thought if these were white or gold, that they would sell. But as I look at them and I realize how heavy they are and how much I don't have time in my life for projects, I sadly leave those behind. Now, I think I could have flipped them on Facebook Marketplace, but like I said, with buying the spray paint and counting for my time, I sadly walked away from those, but they were still in my brain. Okay, here comes the tap test. I wanted to see if that was a really genuine wicker woven lamp, and it was not. It was resin. I thought these were interesting for a second, but I lost interest in them very quickly. I guess if you had like a winery vintage grapes kitchen, that would be kind of cool. You could use the spigot to hang kitchen towels on. I don't think these cups were especially good, but I did like that flower. Was that flower a chrysanthemum? So here I'm noticing a feathered tray from Mexico. Now I have picked these up before in framed prints, but this one I'm noticing has a bloom under the glass. See that moisture damage? Impossible to clean with this one. Once you lift that glass away from the feathered artwork, the feathers degrade very quickly. I have tried that once or twice to clean the glass, total disaster. I did find this cute little bowl. Not too good for you. I thought that was fun. This is Williamsburg. So I'm going to run a comp on that and see if it's worth picking up. I really like the saying, the best is not too good for you. This basket had me confused. I don't know if that was just upside down or if it had a purpose to it. I do pick up these head vases when it's a vase and when it's vintage and when it's in good shape, but that one was contemporary. You could see it by the barcode, right onto this wooden bowl with a porcelain top. So my first thought is that top really for this bowl, or did somebody just find a good match? But I like it enough at $2 to put it in my cart. We now have 2 pieces. Some days are a bit slower for getting started, and when the hard goods section is not producing, I do wind up going over to clothing. This day was no different. I think I came away with a full cart of clothing, which I might include in a haul, an upcoming haul, because I did find some really good pieces. Here I'm noticing what I think is a hummingbird candle. And I said, wow, that is really some wax applied work there. For some reason, I didn't feel to pick it up. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't imagine that would bring more than $10 or $12, which is still a good profit. A mason jar of soap. That soap looked very gloopy, I'm going to call it. Did you ever use that soap that's in a pump? And it's just very messy. I think it might have a lot of glycerin in it. That's my best guess. Okay, my personal taste gravitates towards candle holders like this. If there would have been 3 of those, I would have picked those up. And here my eye is still spotting the candlesticks, still contemplating doing a project. Do I not realize how little time I have left in my life for anything like that? Although this week I did get new slatted wood blinds put up in my kitchen. I had some Roman shades that I made back in the day when I did have time. I had found some shower curtains in Goodwill and turned them into Roman shades, but they were about 5 or 6 years old, so those came down, and I actually took time to put up a faux wood slatted blind in my kitchen. I'll have to show you those. Okay, Hummel decoupage wood plaques do not bring any kind of money. Why am I still looking at these? I don't know. I will include screenshots here. The Hummels that I do pick up are the larger figurines, and I always run a comp on them. The Mickey cup from 2 weeks ago is still there. I think I showed that in a video. Small pieces of pottery are my true love. I don't know what is so attractive about these to me, but I do love them. I think they just remind me that somebody has taken time to make these. I'm not sure. I like the quality. They did have a few imperfections, and I had no plan for keeping them for myself, so I do leave those behind. But I really like these little bowls. And we are on to the blue aisle. I liked that little denim-looking ceramic lamp, but I have no need for it. Now there are a few things that I do look for on the blue aisle. I'm finding more and more that cobalt blue glass items, if they're high quality, can bring good money. Here's just a little dish. I'm not sure what the original purpose is. Maybe a soap dish and we're missing the top strainer part. I could be very silly and missing the whole concept of that plate. Nova Scotia. Are there mermaids in Nova Scotia? Leave a comment down below if you live in Nova Scotia and you've seen a mermaid. Okay, these plates were very pretty. And it would have taken me a while to figure out who the maker was. Could have been just like Indiana Glass or Viking Glass. I don't know my glass companies too well. Here I'm holding up a plate to show you a true cobalt blue. See this color? People like this color, but you really have to have good pieces to have a good sell-through rate. But I did want to show you in case you didn't know what cobalt blue is, but I'm sure we all do. Okay, another one of these statues. Not quite sure who's buying them. I do still love looking at Asian pottery. 99% of the time, I'm not picking it up. But I thought this one was especially pretty. I don't know where they're sold. I look at pottery like that to see if it's glazed on the inside. I do the same thing with mugs. I think Dr. Lori had mentioned it once, and I realized I was just doing that without even realizing it. So this one almost has like a swan type handle. And those mugs, even though heavy, I would have picked up if there was a multiple of 4. I did really like those. Speaking about pottery, I noticed this huge lamp, which I would never want to ship. And let me tell you, selling lamps locally is a very big challenge. Here I look on the bottom, and it's got a very big opening. I think I would have liked to have seen that with a closed base and signed. That would have tempted me to pick it up. Just a little glass. I think this is a top to a dish. Probably like Indiana glass or L.E. Smith. I'm not even sure. I did like the way that it had an ice look to it. Kind of pretty plate. And I guess this is a home project again, or a ceramics class project. Okay, you know I'm going to zoom in on these kitties. Made in China. I'm just very enamored with cat faces lately. And for all you dog lovers, I do not find that many puppies, but I think later on in this video, I probably find a plush animal that I zoom in on. Puppies are just as cute, they're just not as plentiful in the hard goods section in Goodwill. Another little piece of Asian pottery. Okay, and I wanted to talk about this wreath. This is Magnolia, the flower, and I thought this wreath was very good. Sometimes these are not from a craft store, but from like a pottery barn. $4.99 I thought was a very good price. I liked the tendrils. I liked the waxy looking magnolia leaves. But to me, this had a real autumn feel, and I already own an autumn wreath for my house. And I don't imagine this would bring more than $15 on Facebook Marketplace. So right now I'm only trying to list items for local pickup that are $50 or higher to make it worth my time. At the same time, I noticed this little bowl. This is Pier 1 Imports. And I think I'm looking at this because I just looked at the wreath and I thought, boy, this would be very pretty together. What a pretty colorway. So I'd like to see the Thanksgiving Day table set with these dishes and have the wreath on the front door in my imaginary life. Okay, let's keep going down this aisle. Little piece of green glass in a pitcher. Again, probably Indiana glass or something like that. L.E. Smith. This is a new piece that just came out, and I wanted to make my way over to it. This is Marjolaine Baston. I don't know if this piece was originally sold in Hallmark. She sold quite a bit in Hallmark for quite a while there. Does have damage, and I would not have picked up that piece. Decorative plates, almost always a no. I did take a look at these because if these were hand-painted wood plates, that would have been a yes for me. I think the primitive style, the black colorway in the background, very attractive with a colorful rooster. But because they're not made out of wood and they are ceramic, I do leave those behind. And I don't know who this is. Lots of love. Somebody. Is she famous? Am I missing it? Okay, just some nondescript terracotta pottery. Let's make our way over to the bigger pieces. Right away, I am spotting a tidbit carrier. So you put plates or bowls in the 3 levels and then serve for like a high tea. That would be very fun. I think this would also be really good with baskets or some sort of plate in it and put in a large bathroom with soaps and washcloths and different sachets. How pretty would that be? So I'm just scouting it out. A couple of little racks there, the 3 racks. Not sure if those are bookshelves or shoe racks. I do leave those behind. And this glass snowman stocking hanger catches my attention. How cute is this? He's like a satin glass or a frosted glass. And presently I don't hang stockings on the mantle. I just put up some lights and whatever, but he was really cute. Okay, that green pitcher, if you spotted that, that's still here. I think we talked about that being FTD Florist and how there are some vases, vintage ones from FTD that can bring money, few and far between. Scanning the purple aisle. This little piece of pottery caught my attention, a signed piece, crudely done, but I wasn't quite sure what it was. Very interesting. Okay, so as you can see, we're on the black aisle. This is right up there with the clear aisle for me. Really don't like the black aisle, but you can find good cookware, keyboards, electronics, video game systems, and this is the find of the day, an all-clad pan. Now I'd rather have the ones that are not non-stick. This one is a non-stick, you can see by the coating inside. And even though this has some condition issues, you can see how well used it is. And the bottom is quite, I'm going to call it scratched or nicked. I know to pick this brand up because this is a favorite brand of mine. So we'll take a look at that a little bit further on in the video. And I will try to insert screenshots for what I think the all-clad pan will bring. Years ago, I found out about that brand and I was in Home Goods and got the score of my life. But this score right here, this is my favorite find of the day. Roger is thrifting with me and I find him in the plush animal section. Here I'm going to turn on the real sound so you can hear how crazy we are. All right, guys, love you. Go out and get what's yours. This pot, look at this pan. What do you think of this? The name is over here, all clad. But I don't know, I really don't want to be scrubbing pans. That means I have to look it up, but I know. This is our lives. Stuffed animals, dirty pans, baskets we're not sure about, and clothing. All right, so which animals do you think are good? Oh, there's one of those, isn't it? With those big eyes. What are these?
They're tie.
They're what?
Beanies. Tie beanies.
That's what they are? Oh my gosh.
Shows this one.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm dating a man who still buys Beanie Babies.
I just sold one for $15.
You look really proud of that.
This is a peekaboo.
Oh.
That's not a tie.
Oh, it's not one of those moving ones, or is it? That hurts. Oh, this is so cute. Every time I see a pug, I think of Ann Eckhart. Hi, Ann. I don't think that's a pug, though, is it? Not even sure my animals.
You need what is it? Something Friday.
What's that? Oh, Freaky Friday or something? I forgot what that was called. Yeah, like, what are these down here? Did you want that one?
Got a tie?
I think so.
It is.
I know there's money in stuffed animals, but I don't know. I can't even. Yep, this is the man I'm in love with. And the sad thing is you'll pick up all these things and make $1 million and I'll still be going, really? Stuffed animals?
how I feel some days.
What happened to all your stuffed animals?
Down to one.
What do we think he's worth? I'm thinking $7.
Somebody had one on for 25.
That doesn't mean it's sold for that price.
Still looking it up.
Okay. If it's over 100, I'm taking it.
6 inch.
Oh, I guess I
Figured
should.
6 inches.
What's that?
No, some they're all listed are 6 inches.
Really? It's a rare. You can put
That is a-
rare in your title.
That is a
So how much is it?
$3.99.
What do you think? You gonna get them?
His retina's scratched.
You're having a little too much fun. What is it? Is it? It's a cat? Like what animal is this? We don't even know what it is.
It's Dottie.
Dottie. It's Dottie. Yeah, but what animal are you calling that?
Dottie the cat.
Dottie the cat. Is this a cat? It's not a cat, it has round ears. Cats don't have round ears like that. It's a dog.
Okay.
I don't know. All right, we should get Nerf guns and have a Nerf gun war. Oh, this one's got the... Oh, it's not the bullets. The bullets go in there. We need the pellets. All right, we're just gonna hang out on the toys aisle. What are these? Are these Polly Pockets? I don't even know. I think I have a bunch of these listed on right now. Lego motorcycle, $2.99. Roger, do you want Legos? Look at the two of us chewing our gum really hard, like we're deep in thought. Is it new? Oh, it's looking good. Just pop the tape on this side.
Let's see.
Oh, it's sealed.
I think it is.
Yeah, but how are you going to be able to tell? You're going to have to get those out of there. Oh, it even has the book. It's the racers. Balancing all with one hand, I'm going to drop this. That's supposed to be in a bag,
That's the motor.
right? That's supposed to, oh, it's missing the motor?
No, I think that's the motor.
Oh, really? Shouldn't that be in plastic, though?
No, maybe not.
The instruction booklet will tell you what pieces are supposed to be included. $2.99.
There's a tire.
One tire?
Is there tires in the bag?
I
Should
don't
be
know.
3 tires.
Take the small ones off the top and put those back in.
This big bag, if that don't have tires in it.
You got that?
Yeah, there's tires in it.
Yeah, but it's only one tire. And then it's got a wheel, but no. Is this bag open? All right, how many tires are supposed to be on this vehicle? 2. So one big and one little?
I thought that was 2 back. Yeah, this one and that one.
Then what's this
That's
one?
for that one.
Okay.
I think it's complete.
Why would they put the motor and the one wheel by itself, the one tire by itself? That makes no sense. Those things must have come out
Yeah, probably.
of a bag. Still worth it though, or no?
Not sure. I'll look it up.
Okay, we're looking it up. How many pieces is it supposed to be? Don't they usually say how many oh, no, that's the number. Don't they usually say like 45 pieces or 100 and...
It's from 2003, so that's good.
Okay. I'll report back if we're rich.